Hi everyone, roseytours here. I'm here along Aurora Blvd in Cubao, Quezon City. And today I'm going to give you a tour of Domingo Street. There's the LRT above. And a marker here would be the Barangay Kaunlaran Hall in front of you. And another one would be this building right here. That is City Light Condominium, which is another helpful landmark here. And this is a two-way street, by the way. It's a one-lane two-way street up to a certain point, which you will also see later on. We are now approaching the Barangay Kaunlaran Hall, and we're off. So since there is no designated bike lane on this part of Domingo, and all sorts of, for lack of a better term, road obstructions are present on the road, you have to be extra careful. So you've seen back there that there are stray dogs, even baby strollers, and especially the bikers who don't always tend to be very careful when they're on less busy streets like this. So if you're the one who is more at risk of possibly getting hurt, you have to be the one to be extra vigilant on the road. So once again, this is the Cubao side of Domingo Street, otherwise known as Domingo. Nobody knows this street as Domingo. In fact, I had to Google it out of curiosity because Waze and the Google Maps keep referring to it incorrectly as North Domingo Street. I think Waze, for the most part, tends to call streets with abbreviated N's as north and those with abbreviated S as south. So anything with N or S in them would be called north something or south something street, as is the case with Domingo. Route, I'm actually glancing back from time to time just to make sure that there are no oncoming vehicles that could hit me or I might otherwise hit as well. The whole stretch of Domingo Street from the Cubao side all the way to Juan City is a little over 3 kilometers long. This is in fact the longest street that extends from Cubao to San Juan. The parallel street on the other side, to the right of Robinson's Magnolia Mall, which we will be passing by later on, is Aurora Blvd. That is another very long stretch of road, but it doesn't go as far as San Juan City, unlike North Domingo Street. This is the part of Domingo which used to be two-way. But then for some reason, they decided to make the flow of traffic one way. So in order to get to the other side of Domingo, this is the only route that can be taken. It's a bit of a hassle, particularly to public utility jeepneys. But on the other hand, it's also good for business for them because they can pick up passengers coming from the Magnolia Mall or the Robinson's Magnolia Mall. Later on, if we have time, I'm going to do part 2 of this tour. Returning from Domingo in San Juan to the Cubao side where we just came from. This is now Gilmore Street. I can also turn left here, in fact, but for me, the less stressful route would be to go straight until I reach Broadway Centrum. So we just need to wait for the rest of these vehicles to go straight, and let's go. There. So always glancing back from time to time just to make sure that I'm on the safe side of the road and that I'm not getting in the way of bigger vehicles. I usually take the left side here. Yep. So if you want a chill ride, this is definitely the perfect route to take. Going to San Juan on your e-scooter coming from Cubao. Definitely you can also take the Aurora Blvd route, but since that is a bigger street and it's a lot busier with all sorts of vehicles using that road, this is really the safer alternative. So once again, the beauty of using an e-scooter is that I don't need to be 100% traffic compliant. I'm technically on the wrong side of the road because what I need to do is I need to cross the street, because at the corner over there is where we are going to turn right to continue on along Domingo Street. So this is now Save More Market if you want to do less expensive grocery shopping versus, for instance, Robinson Supermarket, which I'm sorry to say is for some reason very pricey if you want to buy fruits and vegetables. So since SM Save More is just a few meters away, I now prefer to do my fresh produce shopping there instead of at instead of at Robinson's Magnolia. Sorry, I think I'm a bit nervous because this is still not a very familiar route to me and can actually be quite challenging to traverse this side of Domingo. So you can see there are a lot of bumps on the road, a lot of motorbikes that also ply the street, and cyclists. So now this yellow line represents the bike lane on this side of the street. But as you're probably now seeing, it's really not the safest. There are manhole covers which can trip you up if you're using a small wheel e-scooter like mine. The next thing you know, you're picking yourself up on the street if you run over those manhole covers. So the only other option really is to take the main side of the street. But for the most part, for the smoother sections, definitely you can ride on them. Okay, we're on a go. So there's a sign back there that has now been erased, which says only scooters and motorcycles, or sorry, only scooters and bicycles are allowed on this lane. And there's also a 25 miles per hour speed limit on this lane, which, as you can see, is really not hard to follow given all the cumbersome obstructions. See, very nice of four-wheel vehicles to give way to me. I often find that they can really be very courteous especially to manual two-wheel not motorists, but commuters like me. So this is another risky corner along Domingo. As you just saw there was a truck or a van that just came out of nowhere. So if you're not alert, you can easily hit bigger vehicles like that. And this is what happens when it's traffic here. The four wheels think nothing of it, and you know, they just eat up this portion of the bike lane. But you know, you can't, here in the Philippines, you can't go crazy over things like that. You will just lose your mind. In time, you will learn how to become the most patient two-wheel commuter. Look with vehicles like this who obstruct your way. So we are now in San Juan City proper, still using the bicycle lane designated along this street, but to be honest, not very visible. And I guess that's one of the reasons why the four-wheel vehicles seem to feel free invading this space intended for two-wheelers like me. I let them pass because it's already difficult for me to cross while staying on my lane. And if you're also courteous like that, you will find that your courtesy will be returned in kind. So we have now reached the more commercial area of San Juan City. I wish you can see even the left side of the road where the public market is located. This is the San Juan LTO branch. Okay, let's go. And because you can see back there that they also tend to invade the bicycle lane space. Again, you have to be extra careful when you're flying like this. Look at this jeep. He is stopping at a rather inconvenient part of the road. We're actually on the go signal, but yeah, I'm having a bit of a difficulty here. Because of the jeepney waiting for passengers while invading my bicycle lane space, and this nice four-wheel vehicle also obstructing my way. We're still on the green, so we'll take advantage of that. Okay, we have now made it to the other side of Domingo Street, which is now heading to Santa Mesa. There is still a bicycle lane here, but the yellow line is now almost gone. But definitely, yes, this is still a bicycle lane right here. So I hope, calling the local government of San Juan to repaint this side of the street for our safety. Okay, we're just going to go to the other side, but actually we have already reached the end of Domingo Street here in San Juan. I will just find a convenient place to turn around and go back to the other side, and I think this is the best part here. Watch out for part 2 of this video as we make our way back to Cubao via Domingo Street here in San Juan City. Bye for now!